Alright guys, what up? Good morning. My name is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading and welcome to the Wheelhouse. I hope you guys are doing well. I know that Thursday got a little cray-cray in the afternoon with the Amazon guidance and you know, issues on some of the earnings out there. We had Apple as well. You know, I'm just going to press record and just kind of walk through it live and give you my assessment of what's going on. So if you're new on the channel, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. Go ahead and do me a favor, hit that subscribe, hit the like on the video and select all. And if you're returning, welcome back. Okay, so we got the Dow pulled up. And I told you if I put abort in the thumbnail, you need to click on the video. I have not made the thumbnail yet, and I haven't actually finished the video yet, so we'll let you know. But as far as I can see on the Dow, we're okay. But I think at this point, what we need to do is we need to start backing it up, and we need to see what's going on. So we might be getting some overhead resistance here. But, I mean, this green one is still live. So the Dow looks okay. It's been a nice rally, huh? It's been looking real good. Okay, let's look at the Russell. So the Dow looks okay to stay in. The Russell looks okay to be in still. Now, Bitcoin on the daily is good. However, I just want to bring something up. When you back to the hourly, when this green one goes pink and the red one that'll pop up on the screen right now is red and this is pink, then it's going to come down for a little bit. And I can tell that these candles, they change colors. They got a different color purple, and now you got the regular one, and it's smaller. That's good. Let's go find out why. Let's start backing it up and see what's going on here. Okay, on the 30-minute, we're kind of at the 200. Okay, on the 15-minute, we're below it. That's been going down. On the 5-minute, okay, we've kind of found a place and we're kind of leveling off and going sideways. Let's just look at the 1 minute. So it looks like yeah, this is our sideways action and it's going to fight. So my assessment on Bitcoin is the same thing as I've been saying. It's going to be volatile, it's going to be shaky, but it's going to go up more over time, whether that be every 24-hour block or, you know, over the week. And this week so far, Bitcoin is actually up 6.42%. From what I'm seeing, we don't need to worry. We just need to hold the line on this, okay? Now, on the SPY, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the SPY still looks okay. However, if you notice right here, when we came to this resistance, we came down and that wick pushed all the way down, but the body's still above there. So that's okay. Your cloud is still blue. This is still blue. Remember, your fat finger, bottom finger went off. This looks good, good. This is okay. It's okay if it braids at the top. This is good. Yeah, we're kind of a little bit of a moment of the truth. Yesterday, I said the Nasdaq looked the weakest, and I'm gonna assume that today it looks worse because it had 2 days in a row. Yesterday, on Wednesday, it went down 2%. I'm filming this on Thursday night, and it went down 1.63%. And you could see that we have some form of a pivot going on, but we don't have a pink diamond which would be an institutional collective of institutional sellers. So they're holding the line, and we're going to hold the line as well. However, I will say on the Nasdaq, we are getting to a point where we need to be very, very cautious on tech and anything that's still kind of high multiple on the Nasdaq. I mean, you can see it broke out and then it came back below. The cloud is turning. This one is a really powerful indicator, and it's almost crossing. And that's usually, not good if that's going to cross, if the blue goes down through the purple. So you're going to see this Friday morning, you're going to have to keep an eye on these NASDAQ stocks. A little birdie told me that BlackRock economists are telling financial advisors that at the next Fed meeting, there's going to be Wall Street lingo or messaging about a pivot coming. So if that little birdie is correct, then that would make sense why volume is coming in, and if the rates they've been doing with the rate hikes do show a tick down in headline and core inflation, and the GDP went up, that will continue the rally most likely despite the rough earnings. So the way it works is small caps get knocked out first, then your NASDAQ stocks, then your SPY, then your Dow. The Dow is like, if you think about it like a train, the small caps are the engine, and the NASDAQ and the SPY are the train cars, and the caboose is the Dow, okay? It's the last to go. So when the mega caps go and they break, it will be very bad for the stock market because of the weighting in the indexes. However, the fact that they've gone this far and they're not breaking like super bad. I mean, yeah, they are down on earnings per share. They are suffering, but we had a pandemic and it was like a boom phase, okay? And it was propped up with stimulus. So, the caboose, the big caps are, they're showing weakness. They're not breaking. Although Facebook looks pretty dirty, and there's not that many good things in that Amazon report. But this is why I always say having some Apple and some Microsoft, even though Microsoft wasn't perfect, it wasn't horrible. And it's a good, safer place to have your money because it's a juggernaut. It's an iceberg. They have a lot of moats, revenue streams, and you're not gonna lose a ton of money with Apples and Microsofts. And we'll go take a look at Apple, make sure it didn't get too crazy in the after hours. But I'm sure it moved, but I did look at the report a little bit, and it didn't seem too bad. It's kind of flat, But yeah, we need to keep our eye on the Nasdaq. I'm just gonna say that your SPY, your Russell, and your Dow look good. Your Dow looks really good still. So let's just take a look and see kind of what is going on with some of our favorites here. So we got NVIDIA. Okay, on the daily, we still have a pivot. This is blue. Everything says on the daily we're okay. Let's just take a look at the hourly. There is some weakness, but still, it's been trending up since this support bounce. So NVIDIA is cool still. Chainlink, I see it's down a little bit, but Chainlink does look like it's going to show some weakness, but not like crazy where it's going to fall through the roof. I mean, it could come back down to 650, 660, 670, 680. It's not going to be a crazy situation. Chainlink is a really good crypto. They have so much going on for them. Oh man, I'm actually really proud to have a lot of Chainlink. It's one of my favorites. Visa had some speed wobbles in the day, but if you just look at it on the daily, I mean, boom, boom, running and just looking great. They got that buyback, and they have that dividend, and the ex-dividend is on the 9th of November. So that's cool. Ethereum still above 1,500, guys. Still out of the descending, and this is powerful. You have the green lights indicator. When you have the green lights indicator on any time frame, you can basically stay in that until it goes pink, and this goes red. They both have to change. See how this one went pink and this went red? You have to sell if they both do. And if you would have sold there. Just to give you an idea on Ethereum, if you were running the whole bull run and this went red, when this one went pink right here, you would have sold this high at the top. So again, it went red. You wait till the second one. Okay, you go to the candle, and you would have sold at 4,642.87. Okay, so when they both do that, you got to get out. So what I'm saying is, when they're both blue and green, this one is blue and this is green, you need to stay in. Okay, so right now we're cool on Ethereum and we're cool on Bitcoin. I know we just looked at it, but it's the same thing. Okay, let's look at Tesla. I said yesterday Tesla's moving to bullish, and it is. It only went up 45 cents. It's probably a little down in the after hours. Let's see. Oh, it's not that bad actually. Tesla's moving to bullish, guys. If you were going to get into Tesla, this is a sweet spot to do it. Let's see what happened with Netflix. Netflix still looks good. Just hold it. Don't trip. It went down $1.68. Netflix is cool. They're gonna, on big ones, you're gonna have a little bit of up and down. You can't just go up every single day. But the system will show when to get out, and it'll show when to hold. And Netflix is a hold. Microsoft is looking like it is going to come down. To me. Let's go back that up and see what's going on. No. It's fighting. It's fighting. Let's just talk about the levels on Microsoft so you know where to be. Okay. So this level right here. Actually, you know what? Let's just make our lives a little easier. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so this level right here, 238.73, is a level. Its low was 218.64. So if you wanted Microsoft, you could set like a limit buy order at like 219, 220, 220.50, like, so that you don't, miss it. But again, the market will rally and rage if CPI comes down and we have a good GDP as we did, and it'll come back. So if it goes down and you have Microsoft, you can buy more. It's a really safe stock to own, even though it's going down. And it might go down this far, it might go down further, but you're gonna need to watch it. But it is showing me that it's probably going to come down right now. Okay, Google's down a lot. Now check this out. I figured this out today, and this is why I bought. So I had to buy Amazon, Facebook, and Google. I already owned them. But check this out. Right here, this right here, this base is December 2020. Okay, it's the top of that peak before it kind of came down and went up. And it goes all the way across to right where it landed. And that number, guys, is $91.93. So I bought another 100 shares of Google, which helps me average down, and it's an old support, and it was bouncing. You can see the price action's a little higher. Let's back that up just so you can see a little more closely. See how it came down to the support and it's starting to bounce? That's an old support, so that's a good area. Let's look at Apple. Now, Apple was running really good, and it tried to break out, and it failed, although this is still blue, and I am definitely seeing some weakness on the daily that it could come down. Although these three yellow lines are levels, and it seemed to not come down to this one. It seems like it's going to bounce off of this one. So this thing might turn the corner. We got to keep an eye on Apple pretty close. Remember, you're never going to get a huge jump in a stock price unless there's a surprise. A surprise is a big beat against Wall Street estimates on earnings per share, okay, month over month, as well as the same month a year ago. And annual revenue is key, okay. These guys have a lot of cash flow. They have a lot of moats, and I wouldn't overly stress. I would just understand the levels, and then you can add more Apple as you go if that's what you want to do. Let's not even look at that. Amazon, we should look at that. Okay, Amazon looks like it's going to come down further. Okay, so your next level on Amazon would be about 101. $101.17. Let's just back it up and see what's going on. Yeah, this thing got wrecked, dude. Whew. Got wrecked. Yeah, the big ones are showing weakness. It's not good. So it's going to cause the market to be fussy and cranky, and it could turn us into a lower high on the indexes and bring us down. However, right now, you have to understand that a lot of smart money and institutions have bought into this rally, and I'm not seeing the institutional diamonds, the sell diamonds. Okay, so they're going to want to protect their money, and they have a long time horizon, and buying at these low levels, coming into a CPI data report where we could actually see a tick down in inflation right after a good, decent GDP report. We probably don't want to just panic, and definitely don't want to take a loss. Now, Meta dropped a lot, guys. I've never seen it drop like that. $24.56 on the day, and then let's see, 97.94 it closed at. Yeah, it's pretty flat in the after hours, but look again at this crazy support. So let me show you what I figured out here. Check this out, okay? This is Facebook on the daily, and this support where it gapped all the way down to, that's the peak of COVID, way up here, okay? The next line is actually the base of the bear market in 2018, and the next line of where it's at, where you could buy it, I think it goes back to 2015, and look, it's right at the peak of July 24th, 2015. That's the price you're getting on Facebook right now. It's come all the way back to 2015 pricing. It's crazy. I hate the fact that I had to buy more Amazon, Apple, and Facebook, but I'm really good at a lot of strategies, and I know on these big ones that when they wick down like that really hard and you're already in it, best thing to do is throw more money at it at these key levels of support, because they tend to wick down and then you buy, and then they wick right back up, and then within 48 hours they start going up. And if CPI does tick down, all the indexes will go up, and these ones that people will not be tripping on the earnings as much, it'll just green tides will lift boats, okay? And it'll be easier for you to get out of it, or you'll have more of it to make more money, or however you want to look at it. So, yeah. Facebook got a little wrecked for sure. Let's go take a look at some crypto, see what's going on. So let's take a look at Sushi first. Sushi swap is it's up about 65% from our buy price, came down a little bit, and looking good on the daily to stay in. Altcoin, it's been going sideways. Mixed signals, I'm going to need to take a closer look. Kind of wants to come down, but bouncing off that 200. Let's look a little closer. Trying to fight. Let's look a little closer. Okay, it's fighting. Okay, it's down here. It's on the hunt. So it's on the hunt. So the 1 minute to 5 minute, it's got to start somewhere. Starting there, and it's already had a doji on the 200 on the hourly and a candle. So we need this to go up, this to turn blue, and this to go green, and then we will continue to keep this blue one moving on the daily. Some mixed signals though. I'm already in too deep, so we're just gonna have to let it roll. Adam's looking good. Let's just hold Adam right now. Aave, let's take a look. Aave swings up and down. Don't trip too hard. Now, Aave does look like it's going to actually. Okay, Aave's going to have a temporary pullback. Okay, but overall is going to go up. So it's going to do one of these. It's going to do one of these things right here, where it goes up and comes down for a couple days and then continues its way up. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, Avalanche. The candles are small, but Avalanche says it's going to continue to go up. Mixed signals on Zcash, kind of going sideways. Same thing on Dash. DOT is looking better to go up. Ethereum Classic is good to get in. This is still a good buy area, it looks like. Solana. Okay, some mixed signals on Solana. It might come back down like $1, but overall, looks like it's going to go up. And it's going to follow Bitcoin, so we want to keep an eye on that. Algorand has come down about 1.1 cents. Actually, mixed signals on this as well, but overall bullish. Mana, less mixed signals than Algo, but overall bullish, so more bullish. Link, I think that Link is just going to have a tiny little drawback, 20, 30 cents, and then go back up. Chili's, God, that Amazon and Apple earnings really did a number on our charts, didn't it, huh? All right, Chili's actually looks like it might retrace a little bit, but still says to hold. Ethereum are good, hold. Matic, rejection on resistance, and looks like it's going to retrace a little bit, but overall it's going to be going up. So I personally will be holding on that. Okay, Bitcoin, let's just go through it again. Let's go take a look. So this is a for sure hold on Bitcoin. Just gonna have some jitters, it looks like. And you can see it. Oh, this is good. We're getting strength to the hourly. Okay, this is great news for Bitcoin. Okay, so yeah, like I said, every 24-hour block or every week, it's going to go up and down. It's just going to go up more in a local uptrend, and it's already, even though the earnings did this number to it. Now the stock market's closed when I'm doing this and when I'm filming this, and I stand by my guns. I've been saying it for weeks. I've been buying through it. I put a lot of money in it. I'm making bold predictions on YouTube. You guys saw my testing results with almost $300 million. You saw I'm at 97% win rate. I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm telling you straight. My assessment is hold Bitcoin right now. I'm holding it. Shiba, again, we're just getting a little bit of funkiness because what's happening is that, like, the Nasdaq is the weakest one, and they tend to set the algorithms for crypto to the Nasdaq. Although I'll say that they didn't actually do that during this earnings, but what they did do is they set the algos to the big caps. So when the big caps fell, the other big caps would fall, and then they were taking them on and off. So it's been highly advanced to watch. I see that Cardano's come down a little bit. Okay, it says hold. It says hold. There are some mixed signals. Looks like a tiny little retrace. It might actually bounce, guys, back at this 35 and then run. Wow, Friday's going to be an interesting day. Doge has done good. It got all the way to 80 cents. That's a for sure hold. Hold Doge right now. But let's look at the hour and just keep an eye on it because, yeah, it's just showing a little weakness. But notice how the candles are getting smaller and this is still green. So I guess it's really going to come down to tonight. I mean, you could take some profits on Doge, but it's, to me, just being honest, I'm going to hold mine, and this thing went up here by 50 cents once, and you're only at 7 cents, so that's 700%, I'm just going to hold it. I would say stay in. So, look, it's a little crazy out there with the earnings, but this is why you want to buy quality. This is why you want to buy high conviction, and this is why when you're in a bear market, you really want to be pivot to pivot. You probably need to learn some hedging strategies, which I can teach you in my Discord. And you never really want to be more than like 30-40% in, because the reason is because you need that cash to double down into momentum. And yeah, and there's just a lot of rules and guidelines. But as we build our system out, all the different guidelines and rules that I have, we're putting them in the charts to make them easier for you, so you don't have to memorize 1,000 rules and conditions. But you'll still have to know some things. You'll have to watch your indexes. It's good to go back to the basics: institutional support, earnings, fundamentals is key. Think of the market as like a dance, and there's a rhythm to it, and there's a new rhythm every day. But if you can identify the rhythm, then you're basically, going to be like boogieing on that dance floor, and, you're going to be going home with the girl. So, you just gotta, figure out your flow with it, and, live and die by those rules and those guidelines. Use capital protection, use stop losses. I always raise my stop, and I've been getting stopped in the profit. And sometimes I'll be up like, let's just say $1,000 on something, and I'll get stopped at like $400 in the profit, and I'm kind of bummed. But the fact that it's stopping me at that point at 400 in the profit, number one, I have the profit and the cash. Number two, if I want to rebuy it, I have that option. Number three, if it did stop me there, most likely it's going to come back down to a really good buy price if I wanted to buy it again. So yeah, use those stops, get them above break even, try to get them a little higher. It's okay to be getting stopped in the profit. You want to collect money like Pac-Man eating pellets, okay? Look, I'm going to leave it there. My name is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading, and welcome to the Wheelhouse.